Perhaps it's a family member or a friend, but most of us know a veteran. Tomorrow, veterans all across the country will be honored in ceremonies for their military service, and all of those ceremonies are special. But as 9 News reporter Dave Delozier tells us, the one tomorrow in Steamboat Springs will honor 11 veterans whose stories have been untold and all but forgotten until now.
There is a lot of history on that hill.
A history remembered with words carved in stone.
And it's wonderful to tell their story.
The stories of 254 veterans.
The real history of the valley is right here.
But in this place, meant for remembering, are 11 lost stories.
It's just the fact that they never had headstones.
No way to recognize their service or even their place of rest.
And these people need to be remembered and recognized.
So for 12 years, Jim Stanko and other veterans in Steamboat knew what they had to do. They searched the records until the 11 were found.
We wanted to mark the graves that we knew existed.
Wood and paint, faded and chipped by time, at least marked a location.
At least the white cross signified that there was somebody there.
They deserved more, but over the years, every time they tried to get headstones for the 11 veterans, money or red tape got in the way.
These people served with honor.
Joe Lombardi of the United States Army was a veteran of World War I.
Each of the 11 has a story.
Harvey Adams, he's our Spanish-American War veteran.
But without a name on the cross.
Edgar Manning, a veteran of World War II.
And without dates of when they lived and died. Their stories remained untold.
So we have...
Which is where a 13-year-old girl and her story begins.
I think my uncle has a big part of this.
You see, her uncle is Marine Corps Captain Robert Secher.
Well, in October of 2006, my brother Robert was killed in Iraq.
Raina will never forget her uncle.
The contrast of the beauty of the stone and the sadness that surrounded our family.
And she'll never forget how his story is carved in stone.
I think I learned a lot about what Memorial Day was from him.
So she decided that by this Memorial Day, something needed to be done for the 11 forgotten veterans. She set out to raise $1,500 to buy them headstones.
I talked to my class, and a lot of my friends are really sweet and helpful and gave me donations.
And she put up posters around town, and when word got out, donations and notes came in.
Dear Raina, I've never been so impressed with the young lady and her project. You touched my esprit de corps. More importantly, my soul.
I thought they were really nice and sweet, and just like what they say touches my heart.
And in a very short time, it was done. Remember Harvey Adams, the Spanish-American War veteran? Well, come Memorial Day, everyone else will too. 11 stories will be told and be lasting.
There's a story behind every one of these, and I think that some way, by getting a permanent marker and doing what we're doing, is that we're telling these people's story.
The symbolism is so beautiful and peaceful.
There is a peace in knowing these veterans are home, and in knowing words carved in stone will always tell their story.
And now they'll have something permanent, and people can walk in the cemetery and see them and remember them, and they're telling their story again.
In Steamboat Springs, this is Dave Delozier.